Hey everyone, Leanne here from Kingdom Bloggers. So today we're going to talk about utilizing a Facebook Bible study group as a strategy for growing the traffic back to your website. Now, we know that the traffic, saga continues. As I'm making this video right now, it seems that Google is rolling out yet another update in an effort to help, but we know how that usually works. Actually, I was looking at my analytics this morning, and for the past month or so, I was finally starting to get an upward tick, finally, from Google, from my organic traffic. From the last 3 days, it suddenly has taken a plunge. Honestly, I'm not freaking out about it. I don't even really care about Google traffic at this point. I mean, if I get it, great. But because of what has happened this entire year, I no longer focus on SEO traffic. Do I think there's some value to it for new sites? Yes, I do. But in the bigger scheme of things, at the level I am now, I'm just not concerned with it. So, what I have been doing is testing out different avenues of traffic, which I've shared. There's several videos on my channel you can go check out, and how I'm utilizing these different methods to drive traffic back to my website. And now, why is that important? Why do I want people on my website so direly? Well, I have ads on my site. This is how I generate income. So I need traffic to my site in order to earn the income from those ads. I don't like selling products. Most of my studies are for free, although I do have an Etsy shop and things like that. But I want to make this stuff available to people. And I do that and make it free, but I get paid in the way of the ads on my site. And so for many of you, traffic to your site is important so that you can reach 10,000 or 50,000, whichever ad company you're trying to apply for. You have to have a certain level of traffic in order to even qualify. And then, of course, maintaining that traffic in order to have the consistent income. And so that's why traffic is so important. It's great and vital that we create resources to help people understand scripture. But from a business perspective, from a blogging business perspective, the traffic back to the actual website or to your YouTube channel, or to both, because you can monetize with ad revenue on your videos as well, that is kind of where your ROI comes in, your goals. So I'm going to walk you through how I have mine set up, and the strategies that I'm using to keep the traffic up every week. And I'm going to actually show you my analytics from before I started the group, from month, 1 month to the next. And also, from the Facebook traffic, because I do have a Facebook page as well. And I do get some traffic from that. But it is in no way comparing to the amount of traffic I'm getting from the Facebook group. So it's very important to understand, if you're going to start a Facebook group for this purpose, you got to have a purpose. It can't just be creating a group for Christian women or Christians in general for the sole purpose of dropping your links. That's just not going to work. So creating one kind of in the manner of a Bible study, almost as, like if you're having a Bible study at your church or your women's group met somewhere, maybe at your home, every time you meet, you would go over a particular lesson for whatever study you're doing. You might do a 4-week study, a 13-week study, whatever. And so it's an organized curriculum-based endeavor. So every meeting, you're not just there like, ooh, what should we read today? No, you have a very scripted schedule of what you'll be doing. And so in a Facebook group, you need to have that same mindset, having a schedule for the year, if you will, of what studies you're going to do, what topics are going to be, how many weeks are going to be long, and all of that. And then from there, then have to create the content. And so the way I've been doing mine is to build both my blog traffic and my YouTube channel at the same time, so that I'm continuing to get the ad revenue from the website, but I have a brand new YouTube channel. Well, it's a couple of months old now, not my blogging tips, not the one you're watching this video on, but I created a second YouTube channel, and my goal is to get it monetized by the end of the year. And so in order to do that, I need people to watch the videos, and most of the videos are not yet really ranking and getting what we call organic traffic in YouTube, but they are getting traffic through the Bible study group. And so you can really build two platforms at once. So creating, of course, the study outline. I do use ChatGPT for that. I will link that video in the notes below, in the description below, of how I utilize it to create all of this. But once I've kind of created the outline, is it going to be a 4-week, whatever the topic is? Is it 4-week, 10 weeks? Right now, I'm in the middle of a 13-week study. And the page is live, and I'm going to show you that page, but I'm building it as I go. So the whole 13 weeks is not actually on the page yet. The outline for it is, but the materials are not there. And this strategy is very important when you're delivering it in your group. So sort of build it as you go. And I'll show you that in just a minute. So I create the written content, I create study questions, reflection questions, and then I create a video to go with it. Now, the written content and the video, same topic, but two different sort of approaches or perspectives of that topic. So first, I want to actually show you my Google Analytics, just so you can see. Let me share my screen here. So I am actually, we're going to go here, and I'm going to change this to sessions Facebook. Now I'm going to do, let's see, what month are we? We're in August. So I'm going to do July, just so you can see. I started this group the first week of July, okay? And I'm going to compare it to June, right? There we go. So total here, total sessions, we'll just look at this number right here. So for the month of July, I had 549 sessions from Facebook. Now, this is a combination of my Facebook group and then links to blog posts that I shared in the Facebook page. And I'm going to show you how to figure which is which. So 549 was for the month of July, which is the month that I launched. The previous month, before I ever launched the Facebook group, my average for the month was about 296. Now, that number has slightly been growing from month to month. Somebody just started a truck next door. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But because my Facebook page is growing, I pay for ads. So each month I gain about 1,000 new followers to my page. So this number in general has slightly been going up. But compared to from one month to the next with the Facebook group, it's significantly up, 296 to 549. Okay, so that was a significant jump. And so now I'm going to show you. Let me undo the. So we're just looking at the last 28 days here. Now I'm going to, so this is still filtered for Facebook. So I'm going to click this plus sign. I'm going to click page, path, and screen class. And then it's going to break out all the URLs or the slugs for the URL so I can see which posts are driving the traffic and how much. Now, Facebook referral, actually, let me take that off for a minute. There's 6 things listed. There's m.facebook, I. So these are all like the mobile version, the desktop version, tablet version, whether it was a social referral, like somebody shared it, like, so there's, I post a link and someone clicks on it. That is tracked in one way. If someone is on the blog post and they hit the social sharing button and they share it on Facebook or somewhere else, and then someone clicks. So tracking, there's a million different ways Facebook tracks exactly. Unfortunately, they don't tell us which one of these is which. So of all the Facebook traffic, this is what we have. So we'll go back here to the page screen class. And you can see here, so Unmasking Popular Idols, that is the name of my study. That is the landing page that I'm going to show you, which had the highest amount of traffic from Facebook. I have about 120 people in the group. Really, I only have about 15 active people who are like active every single week, maybe 20. This was another study that I did. So this was actually from my Facebook page, my Bible reading plan, some other things. And if I expand this out, so the top one was the Bible study landing page. And then it's also down here in some of these lesser ones. You can see it again. Now within this landing page that I'm going to show you, for each week, there is actually an internal link to another blog post on my site, which is the actual written lesson for that week. And so that's what some of these other ones, so like this one here, couple of these, what is my calling? Some of these other ones. And so in addition to the main landing page, the link to, which is the lesson for that particular week, is also getting traffic. So I think that was a pretty good, from 1 month to the next, having it, not having it, a very good indicator. As I'm looking, we're halfway into August, so I'm in month 2 of the group. The traffic has gone up even more. And so I'm very hopeful that it will continue in this manner. So there's many different ways that you can sort of set up your Facebook group, like how you deliver the materials. My friend Megan, she does one. Hers is Girls in the Word. My friend Sandy has another one. And so they kind of divvy it out, the materials, present the materials in a little bit different way than I do. So I'm just going to show you how I've done it and how I'm getting this amount of traffic from this strategy, and more importantly, why I'm doing this particular strategy. So let's hop over here to the page. So this is the actual, it's a page, not a post. And it's just called Bible Study. I'm asking popular idols of modern society. That's the name of the study. And, it's written at the top, just like a blog post. I do have a link. So if they find the link to this study, say on Pinterest, and I'll show you that as well, they can join my group where they can follow along, get in on the discussion. So this provides the interactive nature of it. Now, I will say, when I am completed with this study, when we're finished with it in the Facebook group, I will come back to this page and edit this, but I'll put this at the very end, and it'll say something like, if you'd like to join along with interactive studies, be sure to join our Facebook group. Where we do weekly studies there. So right now I'm saying join the group because we're doing this particular study, but once we've finished it in the group, I will edit this to just say, hey, by the way, we have this interactive group. If you want to study it and have fellowship with other women, then join us. So that's very important, because if they found this, 3 months from now and they're like, oh, I want to join it, we're doing a completely different study in the group. And so just, hey, we're introducing the topic, why it's so important. I do have a little announcement here that says, hey, when you click the links on the blog, there are going to be ads. And I know it's kind of annoying, but this is how I'm able to keep it free for you. So I do apologize. So I just kind of have that there. Now here, this is a video. So this is kind of an introduction to what are idols, what is an idol. And so they can click that. So I have first possible traffic over to my YouTube channel, right? Now, laying out the study. So I have a table of contents. And so this is the outline for the study, all through 13 weeks. So it's actually 12 idols, but there's a history, which is week 1. That's why it's 13 weeks. And so when they click this, it'll take them straight down to whatever week it is. Now, before we go any further, so how do I deliver this? Let's talk about that first. So I'm going to come over here to the group. So every week on Monday, I will find 3 days ago. Here we go. Actually, I need to pin this. I forgot to pin it. So each week on Monday morning, I create a brand new post that links back to the landing page. It's always this page. And I say week 6, and here's the idol for this week, or the lesson, whatever it is. And then I also give it a hashtag, week 6 idols, week 1 idol. So if they want to search all the materials for that week, they can. And so each Monday they get this, and then I pin it to the top. So it's right here. So if they come later in the day or later in the week, and that takes them to this page. So we'll go to week 1, which right now we're on week 6. So let me get to week 6. So they click on the week 6, it's going to take them right here. So there's a video lesson. Now for the current week, the video is right here. Like the actual video is embedded. But once I move to the next week, I remove the video and just put an image. And I do this simply so it doesn't weigh down the page. Too many video embeds can actually weigh down the page speed. And so I only have one. Now I do have the one at the very top, which is that one, because that's the header sort of video and just introduces the study. But for the weekly ones, I do it this way. And what I do, I take the video off, I put a picture, and then I say, watch the video lesson. That way, if someone comes later or someone finds this on Pinterest or finds it elsewhere and they join in, we're on week 6 now, but maybe they come now. So they're going to do week 1, the video, the devotional, and the study questions are all right there. So this is this week. It's the video actual. And then, so read the devotional and download the study questions. So this is just, it's on my cloud drive. It's a downloadable PDF, sort of has an overview of all the verses. And then there are the scriptures. So it's always for this particular study, there's 5 scriptures, 5 study questions, 5 reflection questions, 5 practical application. They can just download this. I'm not making them pay for it, anything like that. Now, I do want to say that, let me ensure this for a minute. My studies are free. Now, I do also free in the Facebook group. So anyone who joins my Facebook group gets all the materials for free. My friend Megan, when she does hers, she offers a free version of the study notes, but she also offers them an upgraded version if they want it. Like it just has more goodies in it. Either way is right. There's no wrong way to do it. But for me, I am just giving it all free if they join the group, because again, my goal is traffic. So the more people I can get to click those links, number one, they're getting the message, but also the more clicks, that means more traffic back to my website and my YouTube channel. Okay. So I have a little bit different goals than she has. So again, whichever way you do it is your way, and that's totally fine. But I do want to say, while in the Facebook group, they get everything for free, I've also packaged all of this stuff, and it's actually on Gumroad. So, and eventually it'll be on Etsy. So it's okay to offer it free in your group, but also sell it in another space. That is totally okay. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not a like you did it this way once, you can't do it other ways. Like it's yours. Do what you want to do with it. The more places you can get it out there, the better. And the more manners that you can get it, methods, that ways that you can get it out there, the more fruit that you're going to be able to get from it. Okay, so let's go back to share screen. All right, so I'm going to close that. Now, of course, the video goes to the YouTube channel. And then this, it says read the devotional. So for every single lesson or week, whatever you want to call it, I have a four-week study that I have not yet done in the group yet. It's actually already published and it's out on Facebook and everywhere else. But in here, I want a blog post devotional to go with each lesson. Why? So one, they're going to land on this page. I get the traffic to this page. So that's one session, but I want them to click through and read something else. So now I have 2 sessions. And once you get ad revenue, those sessions are important, but it also provides them additional value, additional material to help them really capture the essence of whatever the lesson is about. So the devotional is called The Spiritual Dangers of Success, right? So all the dangers. And then this one is called The God Gap, How Chasing Success is Pulling You from Your Faith. So it's the same topic, but it's presented in just 2 different perspectives, 2 different, problems that can come from it and how to resolve that. And so you don't want to read the blog post in video and then it's a video and a written of the same exact words. I put 2 different things in there so you can reach audiences in 2 different ways. And what does my devotional look like? It looks like a blog post. It's not written for SEO. This has 0 SEO value. All of my blog content, remember, I'm just not friends with Google anymore, okay? The funny thing is, a few of these posts are actually getting Google traffic. At least they were. I don't know what'll happen after this update that's rolling out. But some of them actually started ranking, even though my older SEO content is not ranking. So it's kind of weird. But how do I continue to get traffic to these beyond the Bible study? Because for every devotional post that I create, I'm creating a handful of Pinterest pins. So I have multiple pins on Pinterest. Let me actually show you. I market them in the manner of a Bible study because that's a good keyword for Pinterest. So this is for the study itself. This is probably the 3rd or 4th pin I've put. Let's see. Heart, unmasking. That was from a week ago. So I'm continually adding. Actually, every Monday when I announce the next lesson, I create a new pin and throw it in Pinterest. But back to the devotional. Let's see, where is it at here? The dangers. So this week was the spiritual dangers of success, which is this devotional. And here is one of the pins. And you'll see here, I'm pinging on the keyword of Bible study because in Pinterest, that's the keyword I want to focus on. And so it just says Bible study for beginners. I put the word Bible study in the title. And I actually have 3 or 4 different pins that sort of follow this same sort of strategy format. And that way I can continue adding those. So even though this has no SEO value, I can continue to get traffic from it even after my live Bible study is over, because I've marketed it also in Pinterest with more than just a single pin. And that's very, very important with Pinterest. You want to make multiple pins. Of course, you have to have your boards, SEO and all that. You can't just throw it in there. You got to kind of have that strategized, but it can continue sending traffic. So I get the video traffic, I get the blog post traffic, and then they get actual tangible study questions that they can take along. And so each week, so right now I'm actually creating, I'm going to reorder some of these. I'm creating the video and the lessons, the blog post, all of that for next week's lesson. But I don't actually add it onto this page until Sunday. It's published, so it's live on my blog, and the video is live on my YouTube channel, but I don't put it here on the study landing page until Sunday. That way, when I post on Monday morning, then everyone's going to come back and visit this page again to get the new materials. So every week I'm adding the materials as the weeks progress. And that's how every week I'm getting traffic to this page. And just a little side note for those of you who do already on ad revenue, like you've already qualified for Journey or Mediavine or whatever, those sessions matter to a single page because RPM, I have another video about RPM and all that, but it's based on per 1,000 visits, per 1,000 impressions of those ads on a single URL. So you could have 1,000 visits to your site, but if it's over, 1,000 sessions split up between 500 blog posts, there's minimal earnings, like almost no earnings from that. But if you have 1,000 sessions to a single page, that's how the RPM grows. And so getting them to come back to this page every Monday to get the materials is increasing the sessions to this page, the traffic to this page, and subsequently the traffic going to the next devotional for the new lesson, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense with how I'm explaining this. And so every week on Monday morning, they get this page. Now, of course, at the end of the study, when we're done with week 13, then the amount of traffic coming to this page will go down significantly because the only traffic coming to it will be from Pinterest. Or if I send it out in email, like, hey, here's a study that we've completed if you want to check it out. I do share it on Facebook on my page, and then other places as well. So there will still be traffic coming to it, just not as much as during the live study. Also, because I'm sending this, they can actually hit the share buttons at the end of this. And I've actually was looking at it today and I have like 100 and something shares of this particular page. So the people who are finding it are also sharing it in other spaces. Again, continuous traffic. And so that's pretty much it. Creating this page, create your outline for it, put some placeholders so there's content there, and then adding the lessons as you go. Again, this is my strategy. I think Megan does hers a little different. All the materials are just sort of there for the whole study, but she presents it every week. So again, either way is right. There's no wrong way to do it. I mean, I guess there could be a wrong way to do it, but that's not what I'm talking about here. It's just the goal and strategizing for the goal of sessions and getting that traffic coming back. So if you're someone who loves writing Bible study type content and you feel led to truly like help people understand this and you want to take a more active role in doing it, yes, not gonna lie, it takes a little bit of time because you are creating, at least one video a week for the lesson. You are creating a blog post. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I use ChatGPT. I've been very open and honest about this, but I have trained my ChatGPT to write fully in my voice and my tone and my dialect and all of that. And the content that it's creating is being very, very valuable. I've actually get a lot of replies and responses on how it really helped them understand it. So If you don't want to use AI, it will take you a little longer to get the stuff created. But because AI is just so powerful and has been so helpful, it is helping me get these lessons out in addition to the other stuff that I have to create, like this video right here. Um, and so that's it. And so every Monday, let's go back over to the Facebook group here. So I've created the material. Now what? So, like I said, on Monday, I shared this. And then each day, now you can totally schedule this out. I just wake up every morning and add it annually. But each day I create a graphic with a question related to that week's lesson. So right now we're doing idols. Some of these questions I get from the list of questions, these questions that they can have. I take some from there. They're always usually based on one of the verses. Or I'll just ask Chat GPT. I'll take one of the verses from that week's lesson and I'll say, give me 5 reflection questions in relation to, in this case, the idol of success, using this verse. And then I'll pick from that. And then Monday through Friday, again, this is just how I'm doing it. I'm not saying this is how you have to do it. So please understand that. This is just the method that I'm using because aside from the traffic, my goal truly is to help women better understand all this stuff, help them come to terms with the idols in their life, help them really understand scripture and how to lean into God. That's what I want them to do. And we can't do that if I'm just giving them material and not interacting with them. And that's why I say if you do a Bible study group, it will require a little more effort on your part because you have to be present in the group to respond to those questions and the comments that they put. So each month, Monday through Friday, it's just a graphic with a question. Some weeks I actually put the verse, right? And I'll say, how does, like this one, here's the verse. How does the reminder that neither one who plant, I put that because in order for them, I need to make sure they understand what the verse was, right? And then they comment their, responses to it. And so that's building the engagement. Sometimes they ask questions. Sometimes they leave really deep explanations of, their answer to the question. And so it's been really great seeing the growth in there, helping them draw near to God in understanding some of these things. And then something else that I do. So again, I only do the questions Monday through Friday. And then usually on Saturday, I'll just make a post that says, hey, we're finishing up week 6. Make sure you go through and answer all the discussion questions or engage with the discussion questions. And I offer a weekly participation prize. Facebook in your admin settings, you can run a report for the top engagers. So you don't have to manually go through each post, see who engaged. And it'll pull the top 10 engagers for, I think it's like the last 28 days, but like the last 7 days. And so every week I pull from that and offer price. And it's one of my own digital products. It's one of my digital Bible studies that I've created already. It's on Etsy. It's a paid product. And I give them that for free as an incentive to participate. I want them to participate. I don't want them just to open it and read it because we grow and we learn when we engage. That's why community and fellowship is so important. If we just go read it by ourselves, we only get a little piece of it, and we need to be able to interact and share the burdens, like hear other people's perspectives and how things they're dealing with, because that can truly help us build ourselves. So on Saturdays, I'm like, hey, don't forget. And then on Monday or Tuesday is when I do the drawing. And I use it's a random winner generator. It's free. It's just go Google and type that in. And so I manually type in 10 names. Now, if some weeks it's the same people, and so I'll go down below 10. So you can only win once during the study. But everyone's been really excited about the prize. And so I just figured that would be a great way to incentivize the participation. You can use whatever, but I will tell you, within our community of Christian women who are doing this, we trade prizes. So if Megan is doing a study on, say, identity in Christ, well, I have a full Bible study bundle on identity in Christ. I will totally just give that to her to offer as the prize for her study. And so you don't have to create all the materials yourself. This is why collaboration and being part of this community is so important. So we're not reinventing the wheel, and we're also sharing each other's the stuff that we create beyond our own audiences. And so it's really a great way to just build this army of Christian women, Christian creators who are supporting each other as we are sharing the gospel in the online space. So, anyway, that is all. I know that was kind of a lot. But I've been getting a lot of questions about my Facebook group. You are welcome to join it. It's called Kingdom Bible Study for Women. I will put the link of that down in the notes for this video as well. But I would ask, if you do join, please engage. Don't just join to be a fly on the wall. I get you joining to gather data, to do research. See, you're totally welcome to do that. But I like to see the engagement. So while you're there, why not participate? Just answer the questions, do whatever. It just makes it better. So if you have any questions, of course, drop those comments below or hop over to my Facebook group. And I would love to help you get your Facebook study group up. I'll tell you guys, Megan's group, because she's had hers for a little over a year now. So in the SEO search of Facebook, hers is higher in the search. Mine is new. It's literally a month old, so it's not showing up yet. At least I don't think it is. But she's I think she's like at 2,000. Let me see what she is here. Hold on. Girls in the Word. Her group right now has 2,100 members. She's just over 2,000 members. And I'm a moderator, so I'm like her backup admin. And almost every day, someone is requesting to join. And so what that tells us, not that, oh, her group is so popular. That's not at all what it is. I mean, her group is great. But what it tells us is there is a need for it. Women and men too. And I know men because she has men try to join her group, and it's for women only, same as mine. And so one of their biggest complaints is we can't find any groups like this who serve men. So, hey, if you know any guys who are wanting to start a group, let me know. I'll help them out. But the amount of search for honest, like actual engaging Bible study in Facebook is growing. There is a need for it. People want to engage with the word. Maybe they don't have a good church. Maybe they don't have access to it where they live. Or, there's lots of reasons. Maybe health reasons. They can't leave home. Who knows? So this online space provides us such a valuable opportunity to be missionaries, to go into the nations and to share the gospel and to help Christian women across the world really understand and apply scripture to their life and get closer to God in the process. And I would love to help any of you get started with that. So again, let me know. That's all for today. If you have any other questions, you know where to find me. Thanks so much. God bless and have a great week. Bye-bye.